When as this skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw at Stockton. Complete on the left to Williams. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to go right back downfield. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll give to Frazier. At the 45 on his way. Wide open spaces. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here comes the heat. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
The give to the tailback.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw at Stockton. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
The run inside. It's Frazier. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. Into the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Louisville. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to Frazier. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Under fire. Complete in the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's out of bounds after a short gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. Turns it on down the left side. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Stockton. Good timing on the quick out. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Georgia going up tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Rush is on him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a push on fourth down. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Hand off for Brown. There's some room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On first down, it's Brown again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. give to Brown. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. In the red area, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Motion from the wideout. Hand off for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Brown. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out. Let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. One more time, it's Brown. Maybe a crease. Picks up the first down. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that one will give them the lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. To the air, it's Stockton. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it down the field. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? That's caught. It's Frazier. And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. Stepping to the right. There, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A give to Brown. Got a little grass. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Under fire. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Red pass, it's complete. At the 35, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. end now in motion. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Cardinals back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff for Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Touchdown Cardinals. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Cardinals with the counter punch. 2, 3, 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run Isaac Brown. The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. He'll try the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pass is complete near the sidelines, but they'll lose yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
It's complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And he'll get out of bounds. Just a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And if I'm a defense, I got to make sure I stay aggressive in these situations. Sometimes people play casual and back off and give up the easy stuff. Man, continue to make this offense earn it. You got the lead. You're in a good position.
Handoff for Frazier. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And you can only call that run play here late in the football game, needing points, when you have all 3 timeouts. You just take one here. Nice job by this offense. They still don't have to be in that big of a hurry. Nice job managing their timeouts.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Looking to the big tight end. Got it! He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Looking for the score. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Stockton. It's incomplete, and the try for 2 and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds. Only 14 seconds to play. The hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick. And David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Louisville Cardinals. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard. After the return. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
There's a crease. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a give to Frazier. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He makes the catch. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. To the air. It's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. Past the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Running to Green. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll give to Frazier. And they'll knock him down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Off the play fake. Escapes the pressure going right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he tacked on the extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Brings up second down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's got it again. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period.
Booster, booster! Sweep, sweep! Bubble, bubble! Squid, squid, squid! Crush, crush!
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. The DBs will back off a bit. Here's the pressure. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Dogs! Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. A pickup of 8 on the play, enough to move the sticks and set them up with a first down after the 2-minute timeout. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Isaac Brown looking for room on the left. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Motion from the wideout. On third down, here's Brown. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll go with Brown. Tried to power it ahead on 4th and 1, and this defense was up to the challenge, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. A give to Brown. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Brown has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Again, it's Brown. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Makes it past the marker. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Bulldogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this.
There he goes. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Got it in the middle, it's Humphreys.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Stockton. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Got his man on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
They're working that left side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Let's send the tight end in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Handoff, Isaac Brown. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it to Brown. Past the 40. Flying down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. That one will give them the lead.
The defense have been doing a pretty good job bottling this guy up. They knew that was a big key in this game, but this guy's got the ability where it just takes one, David, and that was the play right there. Nice vision, able to get into the open field, and his speed did the rest.
And that's why you keep handing him the football. Like, he's going to get stopped, sure, but any given moment, he can make the big play for this offense. They'll keep feeding him because he is that dude.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Bulldogs will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Isaac Brown to the left. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off for Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
First down, right back to Brown. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a second down play. A give to Brown. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Cardinals have pushed it inside the 20. Running the red zone, it's Brown. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
It's complete on the right side, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Off play action on 1st down. That's caught. It's Frazier. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to...
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Up-tempo for the offense.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down.
Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Such a hard position to be successful. And when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes, the defense, look at him. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
He'll start on the ground with Brown.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Brown again. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.